Mm. Good evening, or good morning, good noon, or good midnight, whenever and wherever you're watching this. Welcome to the Sunday Poem. Today it's a poem by one of the most popular writers of the late 19th and early 20th century, though I have to admit that I wasn't aware of his work until today when I stumbled over A Cup of Tea, the poem that I will read today. I'm talking about James Whitcomb Riley, a best-selling author who published more than 50 books, mostly of poetry and humorous short stories, sold millions of copies, and became known as the Hoosier Poet. And in case you're not familiar with this term, a Hoosier is a citizen of the U.S. state of Indiana, and Riley's influence in creating a Midwestern cultural identity and his contributions to what is called the Golden Age of Indiana literature made him sort of the unofficial official poet of the state of Indiana. He was also known as the children's poet because of the large amount of poetry he wrote for children. If you, like me, didn't know James Whitcomb Riley or his poems, you might nevertheless be indirectly aware of his works through the comic strip The Little Orphan Annie by Harold Gray, which goes back to the poem of the same name, which was written by James Whitcomb Riley. Riley's uncomplicated, sentimental and humorous poetry, which was often written in dialect, has a very unique, nostalgic feel to it, and back then, and I'd even say still today, made and makes readers recall a simpler time. I think that today's poem communicates this cozy, nostalgic feeling quite well. A beautiful, incredibly well-written poem that has no real deep meaning, or that, at least that's my interpretation, doesn't want to convey an important message, but rather communicate a feeling. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Here is A Cup of Tea by James Whitcomb Riley. I have sipped with drooping lashes dreamy draughts of Versenay. I have flourished brandy smashes in the wildest sort of way. I have joked with Tom and Jerry till wee hours ayont the twal. But I found my tea the very safest tipple of them all. 'Tis a mystical potation that exceeds in warmth of glow and divine exhilaration all the drugs of long ago, all of old magicians' potions, of Medea's filtered spells, or of fabled isles and oceans where the lotus-eater dwells. Though I've revelled o'er late lunches with blasé dramatic stars, and absorbed their wit and punches, and the fumes of their cigars, drank in the latest story, with a cocktail either end. I have drained a deeper glory in a cup of tea, my friend. Green, black, Moyun, Formosa, Congo, Amboy, Pingasee, no odds the name it knows. Ah, fill a cup of it for me. And as I clink my china against your goblet's brim, my tea in steam shall twine a fragrant laurel round its rim.